Hello learners, welcome to the fifth session of vocabulary building. So now let's get to the words that we are going to learn today. The first word is obsolete. So what does obsolete mean? Obsolete is something that is out of date, no longer in use. So what is obsolete? Something that is out of date, no longer in use. I think you have read this word if you are a commerce student in class 11, 12. Things became obsolete and then we have to calculate depreciation on that. So this is that obsolescence wala obsolete. So obsolete is something that is out of date, no longer in use. Like these telephones, these are out of date and these are no longer in use now. Yeah, you can find them in some hotels or some places, but these are now out of date because we have smartphones now. So now let's see the sentences with the word obsolete. New technology has rendered my old computer obsolete. That his old computer has become what? Obsolete, out of date, not useful, not in use now. Electronic banking may make over the counter transactions obsolete, out of date. Gas lamps became obsolete. Gas lamps became out of date when electric lighting was invented. Will computers render books obsolete? Will computer render books obsolete, out of date? Why we are going to junk these computers? They are obsolete. They are going to junk these computers because they are out of date, no longer in use. So now let's get to the next word. The next word for the day is reticent. So what is reticent? Reticent is for someone who doesn't reveal his thoughts or feelings readily. So reticent is someone who doesn't reveal his thought or feelings readily or easily. Like you can see in the picture too that the girl is speaking something and something and something and the boy is not responding or not saying anything. Because why? He is reticent. He doesn't reveal his thoughts or feelings easily because he is not so comfortable in sharing his thoughts or feelings easily too. He takes time to share. So someone who doesn't reveal one's thoughts or feelings readily or easily or instantly is what? Reticent. You can remember this picture. A girl is saying something but the boy is reticent, not revealing his thoughts or feelings readily. So now let's get to the sentences with the word reticent. She was morose, pale, and reticent. So morose is the word you are going to learn in this video further. Morose is someone who is sullen, who gets easily said or annoyed or easily said by something that has been done by you. Oh, you didn't this to me. So someone of this type is morose. Pale is someone who is थोड़ा yellowish सा tone, and reticent is someone who doesn't expresses his thoughts or feelings easily or readily. He is very reticent. He doesn't show his feelings or thoughts or express his feelings or thoughts readily about his past. She is so reticent. Means she doesn't reveal his thoughts or feelings readily about her achievements. Most of the students were reticent, were not expressing their thoughts or feelings about answering questions. He was extremely reticent about his personal life, not easily shared his thoughts or feelings about his personal life. So I think you get the meaning of the both words that we have learned today. First one is obsolete and the second one is reticent. Obsolete means out of date, no longer in use, and reticent means someone who doesn't express his feelings or thoughts readily. So the next word is impeccable. Impeccable, you can uh, impeccable means in accordance with highest standards or faultless. Impeccable means something that is flawless, there is no mistake in it, that is perfect. Like you can see in the picture also, they are dancing and everyone give them 10 10 10 means perfect. Impeccable means perfect. In impeccable, pe is coming, and in perfect also pe comes. So from that you can remember that impeccable means perfect. So let's see the sentences with the word impeccable. Her written English is impeccable, perfect. Her work is executed with impeccable taste, with perfect taste, without fault. She had impeccable taste in clothes, perfect taste in clothes. Uh, means faultless, flawless, and amazing, perfect. Your English is impeccable, perfect, faultless, flawless. He was dressed in a suit and an impeccable white shirt, flawless white shirt. So the next word is apathetic, showing or feeling no enthusiasm, interest, or concern. Like in the picture too, you can see he is saying, I don't care. So apathetic means someone who means देखो. I think you have learned the word pathos in Wattpad Made Easy, and pathos is for feeling. So someone who is not feeling anything, showing or feeling no enthusiasm, interest, concern is apathetic. So someone who has no feeling is apathetic, no feeling neither of enthusiasm, nor of interest, nor of concern. So let's see the sentences with the word apathetic. I realized I was becoming increasingly depressed and apathetic, getting no feelings, no enthusiasm, no interest, no concern. She felt too apathetic, sorry. She felt too apathetic even to move. She felt too apathetic even to move, too feel less, no feeling, no concern, no enthusiasm even to move. Young people today are so apathetic about politics. They have no feeling, no concern, no enthusiasm in politics. You won't succeed if you are apathetic. You won't succeed if you are not enthusiastic or not having concern at all. How can you be so apathetic about the world and its problem? How can you don't care about the world and its problems? You have to show enthusiasm in that, show concern about that. So apathetic means having no feeling. Cacophony. Cacophony is harsh sound. You can see this picture and remember the word cacophony from this. Caco means harsh and phony means sound. So this is harsh sound. So in the picture also the harsh sound is coming from the car and the boy is saying what a sound. And he is getting irritated by it. So cacophony is the voice. Cacophony is something by which you get irritated because it is harsh, and phony means sound. Caco means harsh, phony means sound, harsh sound. So let's see the sentences with the word cacophony. Sorry, cacophony. All around was bubbling a cacophony voice. Cacophony of voices, harsh sound of voices. It is a cacophony of caprice and color. Cacophony means harsh sound. On passing under the building, a cacophony of cattle, harsh sound of cattle, drums, and trumpets would once have announced the arrival of any important visitor. He passed his life in a cacophony of amusement, harsh sound of amusement at the quaintness of the human race. The gasp of shock built into a cacophony of questions, harsh sound of questions. The next word is futile. Futile is something that is useless, pointless, incapable of producing any useful result. Useless, pointless, incapable of producing any useful result. Like you can see the water is coming and the boy, it is filled with water and the other boy is uh, filling that water and throwing it away, but it is of no use because the concept first you have to stop that the source from which water has to come. So what he is doing is pointless, useless, incapable of producing any useful result. So now let's see the sentences with the word futile. It would be futile to protest, of no use, pointless to protest. My efforts to go back to sleep proved futile, of no point, useless. The president described these activities as futile, of no use, useless, pointless. Their efforts to revive him were futile, were pointless. My appeal proved futile, pointless, useless. The next word is morose. I have told about you this word in the video in the previous part. So morose means something sullen and ill-tempered. जो मुंह फैला के बैठ जाता है ना, that is morose. I think you will remember this word with this picture. So morose is something sullen and ill-tempered. She was morose, pale, and reticent. So someone who जो मुंह फुला के बैठ जाता है. I think this is the best way to remember this word. कि मुंह फुला के बैठ जाता है. Daniel seems very morose and gloomy, ill-tempered, gloomy, or sullen. Why are you so morose these days? Why are you so sullen these days? She just sat there looking morose, looking sullen. Frank was sitting alone at the table looking morose, looking sad, sullen. So मुँह फुला के जो बैठ जाते हैं, that is morose. So the next word is conundrum. So conundrum is a confusing and a difficult problem or question. You can see the sound conundrum. in conundrum sound. So that is for confusing. A confusing and a difficult problem or question. So conundrum is what? A confusing and a difficult problem or question. So now let's see the sentences with the word conundrum. The administration is facing a familiar conundrum. Familiar hard problem or question to hard problem. Time will doubtless provide the answer to that conundrum, to that difficult situation. This is not merely a curious conundrum, not merely a curious difficult problem. It was the moral conundrum that defined our home. Moral difficult problems that defined our home. King remains a conundrum, a man of both major strength and serious character and flaws. Conundrum means difficult problem. So conundrum means what? Confusing, difficult problem or question. So king remains a confusion, a man of both major strengths and serious character flaws. So let's see the next word. The next word is altruistic. Altruistic is the word I think you have already read in Word Power Made Easy. Showing a selfless concern for the well-being of others, kind and generous. So altruistic is someone who helps other, is selfless, kind, generous. You can see in the picture also the woman is helping that man. The man is also has kept a poster that is showing please help, thank you. So she is helping him, kind, generous, selfless concern. So the sentences with the word altruistic are these: were his motives entirely altruistic, selfless? And the fact that altruistic acts, selfless acts undeniably occur in any society, and that moral codes universally advocate altruism or benevolence and condemns selfishness. Third, but what constabulary safeguards do these altruistic groups maintain? Do these kind, generous groups maintain? These selfless groups maintain? You can't expect a large corporation to be altruistic, to be selfless. The next sentence is: the political concern is not altruistic, is not kind, is not generous, is not selfless. So I think you get the meaning of the word altruistic, that is not kind, not generous. Sorry. So is not altruistic, is not kind. Altruistic means kind, generous and selfless. So the next word is ephemeral. Ephemeral is used for something that lasts for a very short time, and another word for the thing that lasts for a very short time is evanescent. So you can learn the word ephemeral with सुख, जो कि बहुत कम समय के लिए रहता है हमारे जीवन में. So ephemeral is something that lasts for a very short time, जो कुछ ही समय के लिए होता है. So I think this is the good way to remember this word. सुख हमारे जीवन में कुछ ही थोड़ी समय के लिए रहता है, कम ही टिक पाता है. So now let's see the sentences with the word ephemeral. Her success as a popular singer was ephemeral, lasts for a short time. My flower is ephemeral, that is for short time, and she has only 4 thorns to defend herself against the world, and I have left on my planet all alone. Fashion is by nature ephemeral, is something that lasts for a very short time. Most newspapers are of ephemeral interest, that lasts for a very short time of interest. He talked about the country's ephemeral unity, the unity that lasts for a very short time, being shattered by the defeat. So these are the 10 words that we have to read today and learn today. So now let's revise these words. The word was ephemeral, lasts for a very short time. The next word was altruistic, that is kind, generous and selfless. The next word was conundrum, a confusing or a difficult problem or question. The next word was morose, sullen and ill-tempered, जो मुंह फुला के बैठ जाते हैं. The next word was futile, no use, pointless, useless. So the next word was cacophony. Cacophony means harsh sound, because caco means harsh and phony means sound. The next word was apathetic, showing or feeling no enthusiasm, interest or concern. Apathetic means without feeling, no feeling, indifferent. The next word was impeccable, means perfect in accordance with highest standards and faultless. So impeccable is something that is perfect and faultless. The next word was reticent. Reticent means someone who is not revealing his thought or feelings readily. So someone who is reticent is, you can call them reserved, not revealing one's thoughts or feelings readily or easily. The next word was the obsolete, out of date, no longer in use. So these are the 10 words that we learned today. Thank you.